Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, GMB Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase's Anne Hegarty and Jenny Ryan appeared on This Morning on Thursday, January 23rd, where they shared lots of behind-the-scenes tidbits from the ITV show. The Chase stars Anne Hegarty and Jenny Ryan have revealed several backstage secrets that fans never get to see on the ITV show. The famous quizzers appeared on This Morning on Thursday, January 23rd, where they spoke to Kat Deely and Ben Shepherd about the new series of Beat the Chasers, which returned to ITV1 earlier this month. During the interview, they also shared some behind-the-scenes information about filming with all the chasers in one room. It's quite a dangerous thing to put all 6 of us together, the egos and all the brain power. The competitive warm-up quizzing that goes on in the dressing room is something to behold, Jenny explained. It was also revealed that Jenny used to be a question setter on the first series of The Chase, before Anne helped her land the iconic role of the Vixen. Jenny, you were originally working behind the camera on the show first of all, and Anne, were you something to do with how Jenny became a chaser? Kat asked. The pilot run, there was just 2 question setters. They were obviously just trying it out, and hopefully it would go on. In fact, the other person writing the questions is now an egghead, so it's very strange how it comes around. So I wrote those questions and set the show off to the road to success, and Anne joined down the road. I was quizzing alongside Anne, and she had a little recommendation for me. Anne said Jenny invited her to join her quiz team in Bolton, and after quizzing together for a few years, she was able to help her get a gig on the show. I knew that they were looking for a new female chaser, and I was sort of thinking my way around the quizzing circuit and thought, well, the obvious candidate is really going to be Jenny. The 6th series of Beat the Chasers returned to ITV1 last Thursday, January 17th. The spin-off sees individuals take on all 6 chasers, the Governess, the Vixen, the Dark Destroyer, the Sinner Man, the Beast, and the Menace, in the hopes of winning a huge cash prize. If contestants successfully answer several multiple-choice questions, they must take part in a nail-biting head-to-head race against the clock. Bradley leaned against the wall backstage, his laughter echoing as Jenny Ryan tried to balance a cup of tea and a buzzer in one hand. "Don't spill it on your dress again, Jen," Bradley teased, his eyes twinkling. Jenny rolled her eyes. "One time, Bradley, one time." What viewers never saw was how the chasers and contestants shared nervous glances before the cameras rolled. In a small corridor, Mark the Beast Labbit often paced up and down, whispering countries and capitals under his breath, shaking off nerves like a heavyweight before a fight. Anne Hegarty, with her stern governess persona, was actually the biggest softie. Before filming, she would hand out mints to contestants, saying, "For your nerves, love," in a gentle voice that made even the most terrified players smile. And Dara Annis, he was the quiet observer, notebook always in hand, jotting last-minute facts while occasionally looking up to throw Bradley a playful eye roll when he cracked another dad joke. But the real backstage magic happened in the makeup room. Contestants would walk in trembling, clutching their chase forms, and within minutes, the room would erupt with giggles as Bradley teased them. "Don't worry, you're going to take home at least 1 pound today." Sean Wallace often practiced the stare in the mirror before heading out, holding it so long that Bradley would burst in with, "If you stare at me any longer, Sean, I'll have to charge you rent." There was a small superstition none of the chasers spoke of publicly. Before a record-breaking final chase, they would all tap the start button on the buzzer twice for luck. The crew jokingly called it the chase knock, but no one dared skip it. Sometimes when filming overran, Bradley would buy everyone chips from the nearby van, sneaking them into the dressing rooms, while Anne pretended to scold him for smuggling salt onto set. Contestants were often told to look serious during the final chase, but off-camera, many whispered motivational words to each other, squeezing hands tightly before taking their seats under the bright lights. Fans never saw that Jenny would hum quietly to herself as she read her notes, or that Mark would occasionally break into a karaoke snippet if the crew was changing cameras, or that after a big win, Bradley would rush to the contestants' dressing room with a fist bump, whispering, "You did it, mate." As the lights dimmed and credits rolled, the stars of the chase would gather around the monitor backstage, watching a contestant's beaming smile as they hugged family after a win, reminding them why they loved the show. Because while viewers saw the tense head-to-heads and brutal chases, behind the scenes, it was family, laughter, chips, and quiet kindness that kept the chase alive.